So every time that you step, or at least you naturally passing step, your hips are changing orientation. Right now in my basic starting stance, you can see that my hips are not squared, but rather they are angled back. When I step, you can see how the sword rotates with the step. This rotation of the hips that occurs naturally when we walk can be used to help power our cut, to help coordinate the power of the body. Now likewise, say I try to mostly isolate my hips. I can't stop them from rotating, but I'm going to try not to rotate them, and I swing my sword. Okay? So when I swing my sword, what actually happens? My shoulders rotate. Now if my shoulders are rotating, but my hips are not, I'm robbing my sword, I'm robbing my whole body of the power that could be coming through the hips and through the shoulders. So this is why I think the early sources tell us to cut with the strength of your entire body, and if you're right-handed, to step from your right when you cut with your right hand, and so on and so forth. It's not a hard, fast rule. It's a guideline to help you understand that coordination that can happen. When I coordinate that turn of my shoulders with that turn of my hips, we get to put together a cut where the whole body rotates together. This sort of misalignment is most evident when somebody is stepping well before their cut or well after their cut. Sometimes you'll see somebody cut and step, or you'll see them step and cut. And in both of these cases, they're losing the coordination between the hips and shoulders. Could you still do those two things correctly? Yes. I could cut and then step and coordinate my hips and shoulders. I need to free my front leg a little bit, right? Now I've cut without stepping, letting my hips twist, letting my shoulders twist, so I can cut without stepping, right? And then step. Or likewise, I could step, keeping my hips aligned, ready to go. They have rotated this much, but I'll let them rotate that much more with the step. So I would step, cut. Neither of those is quite as optimal as a near simultaneous. I would recommend something along the lines of your tip moves just a bit, you've stepped, and as you're landing and your hips are twisting, your shoulders are twisting. But this is not a specifics of how to do the best cut video. We're just talking about how the shoulder rotation and the hip rotation connect with each other. The most common hip-shoulder misalignment that you'll see with a beginner is when they are actually stepping with the wrong leg. Wrong according to the sources or to the mechanics of what are best. So say my sword is on my right shoulder, but I have my left leg back, and I'm gonna step forward with my left leg while cutting from my right. Well, now what am I doing? I'm introducing a left rotation of my hip with a right rotation of my shoulder. And this makes it very difficult to have a powerful cut. You're twisting your body up in the process of the cut, taking power away from it, and making it very difficult to keep coordination and keep edge alignment with your cut.